Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know, long time no see. As you can see by the cash tray, this is not from my Etsy shop, Queen of Sense, which this channel is named for. This is from a couple paydays from my new job. I am no longer unemployed. As of May 11th, I started working a full-time job at Goodwill, a Goodwill donation center, and I have been quietly saving up to get my car repaired. And so that's what we're going to be working on today. That's what this cash stuffing is all about. I was trying to wait until my schedule at work calmed down a bit, because seems like I got hired and then everybody wanted to take time off or leave, or, you know, it's been really chaotic at work. So trying to find time to film this, the money has been slowly accumulating, and as you can see, that was $1,500 that we're working with. So that's 3 paychecks basically worth of savings. My first paycheck, when I got paid, I was able to save $400. My second paycheck, I was able to save a little bit more. My third paycheck, a little bit more. And now we are at my, so I've been paid, I was paid May 29th. I was paid twice in June, so that's 3 paychecks. We are now, as of today, as I'm filming this, it's July 14th, and I just got paid again. So I have had 4 paychecks under my belt. So the $1,500 was saved over the course of basically 2 months. So it took me almost 2 months to save this up. I've been saving hardcore, and I had planned on saving $2,500 to get my car road ready, and it's been sitting for a year, so it needs a little bit of everything, everything from a new battery to brakes and rotors, tires, insurance, etc., etc. Well, as life so happens, sometimes my timeline has been speeded up, and I have been Ubering to work and getting rides from family members to get back and forth. And it has become necessary to speed my timeline up a bit, because one of my rides got a second job. And the cost of taking an Uber to work, I work almost 4.5 miles from where I'm staying with my sister and brother-in-law in their home. So the cost of an Uber can range anywhere from $14 to $18. And so if you multiply that, I work 5 days a week, it starts to add up. So that's money that I'm not able to save to get my car repaired, because I'm having to take it right off the top to pay for rides. So for every paycheck, I've been budgeting $125 to pay for Ubers. Well, that's about to increase starting this week, because they terminated the employment of one of the ladies that was working there. There was only 3 of us, so now there's only 2 of us. And the second lady, she is turning in her resignation, and she will be leaving August the 1st. So not only yeah, it's been a roller coaster at work. So not only am I losing one of my family members to take me back and forth to work, and thereby cutting down on Uber costs, I'm also losing co-workers. So that means I have to work longer hours and different hours than what I was originally scheduled for. So some days I'll work 12-hour shifts, some days I'll work 10-hour shifts. You get the idea. So I really need my own vehicle ASAP. So Today we are going to be cash stuffing. I'm not gonna hold it off any longer. I was trying to wait for the perfect day to do this and film this, and there just wasn't a perfect day. I just had to take a chance. I'm off Mondays and Tuesdays. I'm filming this. It's midnight, midnight on Tuesday. So it's now, we're going into Tuesday morning, which is July 14th. And I have to work the rest of the week. So this is going to be about it. And I apologize if I'm talking too much. We're going to get into the cash stuffing. So I made out my cash planning in advance once I figured out how much my check was going to be. So from this little workup, we're going to be cash stuffing into my vehicle binder. This lovely lady is brand new. I purchased this one and Sugar Rim from the Millennial Dollar, and then later I went back and purchased the Lilac Lemon Drop. This one was a giveaway. I won in a giveaway, the Black Saffiano one. This is my vehicle binder. This is my savings challenge binder. This is my personal binder. That's my business binder. So we are working in this, and I will be doing a separate video, little binder tour. As you can see, I've done some damage. These are not an inexpensive purchase. But yeah, I wanted to create a vehicle binder specifically for all my car repairs and my car needs, my vehicle needs. So again, this is the espresso from the Rad collection from Millennial Dollar. And I also shopped at the Aesthetic Dollar. So this is her dashboard from her shop. I love her dashboards because they're double-sided. I purchased the black envelopes from her. I made the inserts myself, and this 4-inch paper clip is from Budgets with Liz. I was able to get her paper clips before she discontinued them and closed down her shop again. So I'm just going to quickly flip through and show you the different categories that are in my vehicle binder. And so first and foremost is gas, and everyone has a dollar amount that I'm saving towards. So gas, I have a 2013 Chevy Captiva Sport. It's really great on gas mileage, but with the price of gas these days, I wanted to have a little bit of a bigger cushion. So goal is $100 for this envelope. Cash will actually be going into this. I do not pull cash out for transportation. I use Apple Pay, so the money stays in my bank account, and I use Apple Pay to pay for the rides when I need them. I have been pulling out $125 out of every check to pay for Uber rides or give gas money to a friend or family member who takes me back and forth to work. So this will not be stuffed technically. That money stays in the bank. Maintenance and parts, things like new batteries, etc., headlights. My goal is $800. Brakes and rotors, pretty self-explanatory. Goal is $1,000. Tires, for a full set of tires for my car, the last time I purchased them, I usually like to go to Firestone. It was $1,000. I don't know what it will be now. I may have to economize, but that's my goal for now. Insurance, again, not sure what my insurance will actually be, but my goal is $500. That should just get me started. Inspection and registration. I am here in Texas, and this is a yearly thing we have to do. I can never remember how much it is or any of that, so my goal is $250. And then lastly, car wash and detailing, and my goal for this is $225. Again, my car has been sitting up for a year, so she's in need of a little TLC inside and outside. This is one of the lower priority goals that I have, but it is something I want to have done just so it's ready to go and when I get her back on the road. And I plan to take my last paycheck of July. I get paid bi-weekly. So I won't get paid this week. I'll get paid next week. And from that check, I will be taking an amount, whatever I can save out of that check. I get paid hourly. So I will be taking whatever I can save out of that check to finish off trying to reach my savings goal. Again, I was trying to save $2,500. If I don't quite make it, if I come under, fall short, that's fine. It will at least get me the majority of the funds I need, probably, to get most of the most important work done to get me back on the road. And then the rest I can continue saving once I get back on the road and I keep working. So anyway, we're going to get started. That's enough talking. Off to the side, I have my cash planning pad. I've changed my desk around, so it's a little bit different angle, and the lighting is different. So for gas, we're going to go ahead and fully fund this and get this out of the way. So for that, I said I was going to do 520s. And some of this money, well, the majority of this money I had to get from the ATM because I don't have my own ride, and I bank with Capital One, and the nearest branch is like 30 minutes from me, so not ideal. So anyway, that's why I have so many 20s. All right, so gas, we are going to cash stuff $100, and it's 520. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and the ATM only wanted to spit out 20s. It did not want to give me anything else. The $100 bills and the $50 bills is when I was able to pay my niece. When she picked me up one day, I paid my niece to take me to the bank, and that was the only time I asked her because it's just entirely too far. Maintenance and parts is going to get $200, and I said that's 9 20s and then 2 10s, the 2 10s. All right, so 9 20s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the 2 10s. So this envelope now should have $200. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, 200. All right, so maintenance and parts, and again the goal is 800, but this will get us started, and I'm hoping with my next check I'll be a little bit closer to the 800 so I can cover whatever else is needed. All right, brakes and rotors. We are going to stuff $800 in here. It's getting the biggest one. It's the biggest job. I said the $200 bills, the 250s, and then I need 25 20s. So, all right. 6. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So this should be $500. Let's count it. So 500 plus this. So 1, 2, 3. That's 5. 6. 7. Oh, it's a lot of money. 7. 8. So that should be 800 again. We're going to count it again because, all right, so 1, 2, 3. So that's 300. And then 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 20, 40, 60, 80, 200. 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. 20, 40, 60, 80, 500. 600, 7, and 8. Oi. This envelope is going to be fat. Hopefully it all fits. And the only reason I have been able to save this amount and not spend it is because I do not have a car. If this money had stayed in the bank, I would have spent it. Oof. I don't know if this is going to fit. We're going to try to get it in. Woo! She's a little fluffy. She's a little fluffy. She's in there though. Woo! That is a thick envelope. So there's 800 in there. Okay. Tires is getting $100, and I said that's going to be 5 20s. All right, so 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. How have you all been doing? Hope you've been doing well. It's been definitely an adjustment working a full-time job again after being laid off for so long, and definitely an adjustment. I had never taken an Uber before in my life. I know, crazy, but yeah, so it's definitely been a bit of a journey. All right, so insurance is getting $100, and that's gonna be 5 20s. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. Okay. Right, and then inspection and registration is getting 100 as well. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. It's been kind of nerve-wracking as well, pulling all this money out of the bank, out of the ATM, and then keeping it out of the bank. It's definitely working, obviously, because I haven't spent it, so something worked, but it's been weird. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. So the last 100 is going in car wash and detailing. And that is all of the money that I've been able to save. That was $1,500. I have 2 other envelopes in here. They don't have anything in it. It just had the savings challenge that came with the espresso binder, and the savings challenge that came with the dashboard and envelopes that I ordered from the Aesthetic Dollar. So that is my vehicle savings binder. She is a little fluffy. That's all the cash I had to cash stuff. Like I said, I get paid next week. So we will be hoping to save at least minimum $800 out of that check, and we'll add it to this. So I'm hoping that will give me enough to get all the basic repairs, to get me roadworthy, and get insurance and all that good stuff. And then anything else I can continue saving up for along the way. But yeah, it has become imperative that I get my car back on the road, because being without a vehicle in Texas is no bueno. It is a necessity. You have to have a vehicle to get around, especially where I live. There isn't like a bus line or anything. So it's basically either friends and family walking or getting an Uber. And so I've been doing a combination of friends and family and Uber. And yeah, so thank you for tuning in to watch this cash stuffing. This was an awesome feeling to save up this much money and not spend it on frivolous stuff. Yeah, definitely a new leaf has been turned over for me, because had I had that money before with my other job, before I'd been laid off, it would have been spent on a new handbag. Not even kidding. New handbag, new shoes. Where I usually overspent, those were the two categories. Like things I didn't even need, because I am not a social butterfly. I don't need a million handbags and a million pairs of shoes, but I do need my vehicle. So going forward, this will be a very important binder for me to continue to cash stuff. And then once I get over this hurdle, I can move on to these binders and play some cash savings challenges that I've been accumulating or making myself. And I have my personal binder that I can fill out, and my business binder. And like I said, I'll do a binder tour in another video. Don't want to keep you any further. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you've watched it this far, have a blessed evening, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.